Greetings, friends. I'm in Hyde Park. It's about June 23rd, and I noticed two interesting things in the park. Number one, this weird flower, and number two, it looks like half the trees in the park don't have leaves, and it's already like 1 week away from July. So what's going on with that? Are half the trees here dead? Like this tree here seems to be fine. It's a deciduous tree. I'm not too worried about these coniferous trees, but most of the deciduous trees here are either thinly foliate with thin foliage or no foliage. But check out this thing here. When I saw this thing, I was like, what? This almost looks fake. Do I want to touch this thing? Is a huge bumblebee gonna, or something like a hornet or some sort of parasite gonna come out? It looks like out of a cartoon. It looks like it belongs in, the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Anyways, so yeah, like you can see these trees here. We're 1 week away from July, and these trees up there are fairly thinly foliated. I don't know if that's a word or not. Foliage is the leaf cover, leaves. But as we can see, look at this huge tree over there. Huge tree, old tree. And sorry, these green branches are not the same tree. That's from another tree. But we can see here nothing on, it must be dead. And the one next to it, behind it, is dead. Not even, maybe the barest semblance. Okay, maybe it has, I don't think it even has any buds. Those are just little knobs. Now you see trees like this from time to time, but they're it seems to be half the trees in the park. I mean, look at this. This tree has nothing. Maybe it has, it's dead. It's dead. Look at all the trees down there. Nothing. What's going on? Now there's probably a reason for this, a scientific reason. It could be a pest. There's all these caterpillars everywhere. I don't know if they have something to do with it. These caterpillars are all over the park right now. They're on the road, getting squashed. This is how big it is. This is how they are. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. If they were talking about the Asian longhorn beetle some years ago. Look at this. These are huge old trees, well maintained, or I hope they would be well maintained. They've certainly had limbs cut away many, many times. But these are definitely large trees, and nothing at all. And behind them, the same picture. Big trees. That's what, 2 meters thick at least? Both of those trees, roughly 2 meters thick. And nothing. So I'm standing by the Grenadier Cafe restaurant, which is still shut down, at least the interior is. And this tree looks to be dead. Again, this is 1 week away from July. These trees here are just barely with leaves, the tiniest little leaf. They are not doing well. This tree here, not doing well. The tree across the street has just the very first sprouting of blossoms. Now, maybe this video will educate me. Maybe a month later, all these trees will actually be sprouting. And then I will have learned something. But just as a layperson who doesn't know much about trees, I still don't think this is normal. That any tree should have leaves this late in the year. So again, I'm standing near the center of the park by the roadside here, and you can see more big trees, no leaves. Tree down there is completely dead. All these trees here, and I am further down the road here, are in the same condition. This doesn't look like June 24th. This looks like May 10th or April 30th. That's what it looks like. Okay, I'm further down the road looking down the hillside, and look, even bushes don't have any leaves. Again, it's just like there's nothing for like the next 500 yards. There's no life, like just grass. Okay, so I'm now further north in the park, maybe a couple hundred yards further north of where I was before. And these trees seem to be doing a lot better here, but they're still kind of thin, you know, like they've been pruned a lot. I sometimes wonder if the city over prunes trees, but I don't know. I don't know how to be a forestry person. But then, you know, you still get trees like this. Big tree here. Like look how wide that is. That's several body widths of me wide, and it's just completely barren. And then if you look at the trees there in the distance, it's the same. So I've only covered like a small area of the park in this video, but I think we can see that there is something seriously wrong with the trees at High Park. How many of these trees will even be here in 5 years? Hasta luego, amigos!